You won't believe what unfolded during what started as a routine traffic stop. Earlier today, I noticed a vehicle behaving suspiciously, swerving in and out of its lane and driving well below the speed limit. It was enough to raise concern, especially with the rain making roads slick and dangerous. I decided to pull the car over to make sure everything was okay. As I approached, I greeted the driver and asked if she was all right. The initial questions were straightforward: driver's license, insurance card, and whether she'd been drinking, using any substances, or taking medication. The answers didn't fully align with the erratic driving I had observed, and with the rain making conditions hazardous, I knew caution was necessary. A few missteps on the road could have quickly turned deadly. I asked her to step out of the car to continue our conversation safely. At first, she hesitated, but I made it clear this was a legal stop and attention was required. Once out of the vehicle, I informed her that a canine unit would be brought in to check the car for any illegal substances. This isn't just standard procedure. When a police dog alerts, it establishes probable cause, and that changes the nature of the search entirely. Within moments, the canine confirmed what I feared. The alert meant that there was something in the vehicle that required further investigation. At that point, any consent-based search became a probable cause search. The tension was high and the outcome uncertain. As we proceeded, the discoveries would reveal far more than anyone on the scene expected, transforming a simple traffic stop into a full-scale investigation. As the search began, it quickly became clear that this wasn't going to be a routine stop. The canine's alert led us to multiple suspicious items inside the vehicle. The first discoveries were alarming. Several baggies containing substances that immediately raised red flags. Methamphetamine was present, and the sheer volume indicated this wasn't for personal use. The situation escalated further when additional items pointed to potential drug trafficking. Among the findings were heroin, fentanyl, morphine, and oxycodone. A ledger was recovered as well, documenting names and amounts owed, which suggested organized distribution. Large sums of cash were also found, adding another layer of seriousness to the investigation. Despite initial claims that the drugs weren't hers, some pill bottles were located with her name on them, directly connecting her to at least part of the contraband. The discoveries didn't stop with drugs. A firearm was found inside the vehicle, loaded and ready, which posed a significant safety concern. Alongside the weapon, syringes were discovered, raising further questions about drug use and intent. Throughout this process, the individual was largely uncooperative, declining to provide explanations or context for the items in the car. Every new finding heightened the gravity of the stop, transforming it into a situation with potential criminal charges across multiple areas: drug possession, trafficking indicators, and unlawful weapon possession. By this point, the evidence painted a very serious picture. It became clear that law enforcement was no longer dealing with a minor traffic violation, but an incident involving multiple felonies. The combination of narcotics, firearms, and the ledger suggested that this case would require further investigation and legal action. The stakes were high, not just for the individual involved, but for public safety as well. The simple act of pulling someone over had unveiled a network of illegal activity that could have far-reaching consequences. With all the evidence laid out, the situation had escalated beyond anything a standard traffic stop would normally reveal. The combination of heroin, methamphetamine, other opioids, and a loaded firearm painted a clear picture of criminal activity. Law enforcement had now established probable cause for multiple serious charges, including possession of controlled substances and unlawful carrying of a loaded weapon. Every item discovered inside the vehicle added weight to the case, making it impossible to dismiss as a minor offense. The presence of the ledger, cash, and multiple drug types strongly indicated that this wasn't isolated drug use. It was likely tied to distribution. This distinction matters in the eyes of the law, as trafficking carries far more severe consequences than personal possession. Despite attempts to claim the contraband didn't belong to her, the evidence directly connected her to several of the items, leaving little room for doubt. Officers documented everything meticulously, ensuring that the chain of evidence remained intact for prosecution. After processing the scene, it became clear what the immediate next steps would be. The individual was taken into custody and charged with possession of heroin, methamphetamine, and the unlawful carrying of a loaded firearm. The case would continue to unfold as authorities reviewed all seized items, tested substances, and prepared for formal legal proceedings. What started as a routine concern for reckless driving had turned into a high-stakes investigation with significant legal consequences. This incident serves as a stark reminder of how quickly a simple traffic stop can uncover much deeper issues. It highlights the importance of law enforcement vigilance, public safety awareness, and the serious risks associated with illegal substances and firearms. In the end, what appeared to be a minor road safety issue revealed an entire criminal scenario, one that could have easily endangered lives had it gone unnoticed.